Hello there, I'm Nathalia Melo, your unfiltered fit BFF. Mom of two turned CEO of a fitness empire. Someone who truly understands the struggles of trying to stay fit, sane, and sexy, all while juggling work, life, and motherhood. And this is the Unfiltered Fit Life podcast. Follow along wherever you're listening and join me weekly as I help busy working moms just like you simplify your fitness journey so you can lose fat, regain your confidence, and feel sexy AF. It's time to stop living in the what ifs and hiding from the cameras. It's time to regain control over your body, feel sexy naked, and wear a bikini confidently. People already see you as a super confident woman, but it's time for you to feel the same way too. Come on, let's go. Hello there, fam. Welcome to another episode of the Unfiltered Fit Life podcast. I am Nathalia Melo, your host. And today's episode is very close to my heart because it came from a lot of conversations that I have been having on my social DMs, video calls, comments on the live training that I've done recently. But there was one particular conversation that really pushed me to talk to you about this one thing. But before I talk about this one thing, I want to make it very clear that my goal with this episode is not to shame anyone, is not to point fingers, is not to say who is right and wrong. The goal of this episode is to set women free from a guilt and an internal conflict that I'm seeing repeatedly. And I feel that nobody's willing to say it out loud. And I'm going to add something else to it. If you are someone who is easily offended, or maybe you're not in a place right now in your life where you're ready to hear truth, that's fine. This episode right now might not be for you. And that's okay. Maybe right now is not the time. We're still going to be friends. You can find another episode that might be more aligned with the season of life that you're in right now. That's cool. But if you are someone who is easily offended, I think that you are not going to enjoy what I'm going to talk about. If you're ready for truth, if you're ready for change, if you're ready to kind of set yourself free, you're in the right place. The conversation that I had with this person, she was telling me about how she was noticing that the way that she felt about her body was impacting how she showed up for her son, how it was impacting her marriage, how it was impacting many different areas of life. And she said something about wearing a swimming suit. I think it was a swimming suit. And she said, I know I shouldn't feel embarrassed to wear a swimming suit and just do things with my child. And then she was going to finish, and then I interrupted her. And then I said, but you do. And that's all we need to know. And then I could even see her shoulders dropping, but not like of shame, but almost like it was a feeling of relief because someone had said it, what she thought, what she felt. But because of the current culture that we have of incredible toxic body positivity, it's almost like forbidden to say that you are embarrassed to wear the thing. And here's the problem. There is this message that, oh, you should just be grateful for your body because it gave your kids, if you have kids. Oh, you should just be grateful for your body because you can do all the things. And, oh, you should love yourself just the way that you are. And you should wear the swimming suit and you should take the photo. It's a whole bunch of should. But what I've come to realize is that nobody is stopping to ask the person if they actually feel it. Oh, you should feel grateful, but does the person feel grateful? Oh, you should, love yourself, but have you asked the person if they truly love the way that they look right now? Because just because you don't like the way that you look, it doesn't necessarily mean that you hate yourself, who you are as a person. And I feel like both of them have been convoluted. And for you to be like, you know what? I don't really like the way I look. It's almost like you are committing a crime. And I want to make it very clear that the message that I'm going to be talking has nothing to do with being against gratitude or with against self-love. The message is about the real harm. Because whenever you're telling a woman, oh, you should just be grateful. Oh, you should just love yourself. You should just go in there and take the photo and hate every single minute of it. You're actually gaslighting women into feeling something that they don't. So instead of actually addressing the problem, you have a bunch of women who are walking around feeling like absolute crap because they feel like there is something wrong with them because they don't feel this infinite amount of gratitude, because they don't feel this infinite amount of love for a body that does not look the way that they would like it to look. And what I've come to realize is that you have these women that are hiding their real emotions, pretending that they are okay. Oh no, everything's fine. And like a lot of times I notice that women are even embarrassed of saying that they want to lose weight, like it is some kind of crime. Queen, if you want to lose weight, I am going to support you. There is nothing wrong with having scale goals. There is nothing wrong with wanting to build more muscle. There is nothing wrong with wanting to be a bad bitch. There is nothing wrong with that. But for some reason, there is this mentality of mediocrity that is being pushed down women's throat. And you see women who are, oh no, I'm just so grateful. But they are the same women who are sitting on a chair on the beach when they do go to the beach and not playing with their kids because they don't feel comfortable in a swimming suit. So they either don't have a swimming suit on the beach and they have leggings on and they're like, oh yeah, no, I don't really want to get in the water. Bullshit. I speak with women every single day, and I can say with 100% certainty that 9 of the 10 women that say that, they are not in a swimming suit because they are not comfortable in it. And then they make up some bullshit excuse. Oh, I don't want to go to the park. No, it's not that they don't want to go to the park. It's because in the summer, they don't want to go to the park because they don't want to wear shorts because it's hot as balls and they don't like how they look in shorts. So they're going out in leggings and it's uncomfortable. I live in Texas. It's hot as shit. It gets up to 115 degrees. It's unbearable. I don't know how anybody wears pants. But hey, you should just be so grateful. Like feeling grateful for life, feeling grateful for having the opportunity to do things, and feeling grateful like about your body are not mutually exclusive. You can feel grateful for what your body has done for you, like giving you a child, or you are able to walk and you're able to do all the things and you have a great life. You can be grateful for that and still feel like you want to do better and look better and improve your appearance. I don't know at what part of society evolution wanting to look good became some kind of sin. And I'm over it. I'm so freaking over it. And what I see is that these women are like in this conflict. You have like the gratitude and the desire conflict. I want to look better, but if I want to look better, does it mean that I'm not grateful for, the life that I have, for what my body has done for me? Can I love my body and still want to change it? And then you add the shame on top of it, because every time that a woman voices what she wants, it's either brushed off. Oh, it's just the way it is. You're just getting old. Oh, it's what happens after you have kids. Oh, it's what happens when you get married. Oh, it's what happens when X, Y, and Z, insert bullshit excuse. Or there is the gaslighting with like, oh, you should just be grateful. And women start to feel shame for wanting more of life, for wanting to wear a G-string if they want to. Here's the thing. It's not about wearing the G-string. It's not about wearing the two-piece bikini. It's not about wearing the shorts. It's about knowing that you can, in the sense of you can feel comfortable if you decide to wear the shorts. that you can feel incredibly comfortable being naked in front of a mirror. But goodness forbid somebody talks about it. Oh, no, 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 no. You should just be grateful. And pushing these feelings, it becomes this gaslighting. And then you have women who don't take photos with their kids, don't take photos with their family, don't take photos with people that they love, and don't document memories. But hey, I'm just so grateful that I get to come to the beach and spend time with my kids. What does one have to do with the other? Why is it that you have to pick between being grateful about being on the beach and grateful about your body? You can be grateful about being on the beach and having a great time with your family, and also not be happy about how you look and do something to change. These things are not mutually exclusive. You can feel grateful that your kids is involved in sports and that you can travel and that you can do whatever you want, but feel like you might be missing out on doing other things because you don't feel comfortable in the body that you're living in. And then there is the disconnect. It's kind of like, is it something wrong with me that like I don't just love myself and I wake up every single day and feeling like I'm like the baddest bitch to ever walk the earth? And I'm not saying that people who are confident and that feel good in their bodies, they wake up every single day in every moment of their existing awake time, walking and being like, I'm just such a bad bitch. But you can see when someone feels good, the way that they walk, the way they carry themselves, the way they interact with others. But whenever you have this internal conflict of like, this is what I want, but I feel ashamed to acknowledge that that's what I want because I'm afraid of being judged. I promise you, nobody that looks good and feels good and is confident is going to judge you for wanting to look and feel better. Do you know why? Because people that look and feel good, they know how much it changes their lives and they will never going to judge you. Do you know who is going to judge you? The person that does not have the balls to step up out of their comfort zone and truly what they want to look like, what they truly want to be wearing, what they want to do with their family, where they want to go and fully enjoy the experiences. The person who is embarrassed to acknowledge that is the one who is going to be shaming you for wanting to be better, to do better, to look better, to just be the best version of yourself. And what I find is that whenever you feel one way and you have to pretend that you feel a complete different way, there is a lack of alignment. And then you start to feel like a fraud. And that in itself becomes exhausting. We work with a lot of women who are in high positions in corporate offices, a lot of attorneys, a lot of women who are decision makers, who are running boardrooms, who are in a leadership role. And what I found is that a lot of times there is that misalignment, showing up pretending this one thing that they are this universe that exudes confidence. And then whenever they get home, it's almost like taking off a mask because what they're portraying in what is in the inside does not align. And that in itself is exhausting. And it's emotionally draining as well. Because whenever you don't acknowledge what you'd like to improve and you just pretend that everything is fine and you just push it down more and more, like as time passes, it becomes even harder to get to the root cause of a lot of the ramifications of what's going on in your life because you've shoved it so deep down. We pretend it doesn't exist and then everybody pretends they don't see. But is that really a way to live? The way I look at it, this is if you're asking me, Nathalia. I've been given one life to live. You best believe that every second of my life on this earth is going to be lived to its full capacity. And anything that is well under my control to make the best of, I will. And that includes how I look. Because how I feel about the way that I look impacts all the other areas of my life. It impacts how I show up at work, regardless of what work it is that I have to do. Obviously, for me, I am in the fitness industry, so the way that I look has a correlation to that. But we've had members that had a 200% pay increase because of the way they showed up, because now there was an alignment. First, they acknowledged, they stopped with the bullshit of being like, I just want to feel good and I just want to. They acknowledged, they were honest with themselves. And then they started to take these steps to become that person. And then there was the alignment. And whenever there is alignment, there is an improvement in quality of life. There is an improvement on what you're willing to tolerate from other people. Because the more you start to be honest with yourself, the more you start to expect honesty from the people around you. So if someone is trying to bullshit you, because that's what they see you doing with yourself, you're going to be able to call that out whenever you're living full alignment, whenever you're being honest with who you are and who you want to become. Whenever you start to respect your opinions in your body, you're not going to tolerate any kind of behavior that doesn't respect you. And that is the piece of the puzzle that I find that is being missed, because this isn't a conversation about body fat or body composition or more muscle or size small, size extra large, size 15 or size 2. That is not what this conversation is about. It's about being truly honest with yourself. Oh, I just want to feel strong. What the fuck does that mean? I feel strong because I go to the gym. Great. But are you living in alignment in all areas of life where your efforts are matching the outcome of where you want to go? Well, no, because I'm actually gaining weight. So no, you can't tell me that you are living in alignment and extra happy with everything that is going on and how you look if your goal is X and you're putting the effort half-assed and you're missing the mark in a whole bunch of stuff, and then you're getting Z. Oh, but I should just be grateful for my body and what it's doing. Stop it. Stop it. Because until we are honest with ourselves, it is going to be very hard to get to a place where you're truly happy. Happiness begins with honesty. And the first layer of honesty is the honesty with yourself. Do not tell me, because I ain't buying it, that you are the happiest person on the planet when you can't keep up with your children because you have no energy, because you have not been taking care of your body and your health. I'm not buying it. Don't tell me that you are the happiest person on the planet and that all these stars are aligned and you couldn't imagine anything better in the world when your marriage is a sexless marriage because you don't feel comfortable taking your clothes off in front of your spouse and you have a relationship that has no intimacy. I'm not buying it. So until we're willing to have that honesty, it's going to be very difficult to live a life of full alignment. And if you truly love your body and nothing that I said here resonated with you, awesome. I am so incredibly happy for you. You don't have to listen to the rest of the podcast. But if everything that I said or a big part of what I said resonated with you and you're like, holy shit, Nathalia, I feel like you're speaking to me. This message is for you. I want you to stop pretending or people pleasing or minimizing your own desires, because you deserve to live your best life. And if your best life is being hindered because you are not feeling like the bad bitch that you are, because somebody who does not know what it feels like to truly feel amazing in their bodies is telling you, oh, you should just be grateful about all the weight that you've gained over the years and that you don't feel comfortable taking photos with your kids and that you're canceling vacation because you don't want to be seen in a swimming suit. No, you do not have to buy the narrative. It is okay to say that you want to look better. It is okay to say that you want to build muscle, that you want to lose fat. There is nothing wrong with that. That does not mean that you're not grateful for your body. There is no better way to celebrate our bodies than to take care of it. There is no better way to celebrate. If this is really about gratitude and all the toxic positivity crap is trying to sell you, is there any better way to show gratitude for something than taking care of it, than nurturing it, than moving it and doing the things that are good for it? Is there a better way to show gratitude than that? There isn't. Is there a more symbol of positivity than feeling confident in whatever it is that you decide to wear and not having to add stuff or distract yourself with nails, lashes? And listen, I love me some good nails and lashes, and I love a good designer bag, my jam. But if you're using those things as a distraction from not feeling your best, because somebody is selling you the narrative that, once you become a mom, that's it. Once you're a certain age, that's it. Or you should just be grateful. You should be grateful that you're alive. You should be grateful that you have two legs. Like, no, stop it. You're not wrong for wanting more. Wanting to feel sexy, strong, and confident is not vain. It's human. It is just human. Like, I am yet to see someone that willingly wakes up every single, you know what? Today, I want to feel and look like absolute crap. We're humans. We like to look at nice things. Why do we think that, we take care of our yard to make sure it looks good? We take care of our house to make sure that it looks good. We tidy our homes. We clean our homes. We do all the things to make sure that it looks good. Why are we not doing the same thing for our bodies? We want everything around us to look good, to feel good. But we don't do the same for ourselves. Everything that we get, let's talk about a car, for example. You get a new car, you're grateful for that car. What do? You take care of it. You make sure that you're not hitting curbs. Sometimes it doesn't work, but we're intentional. At least we try not to hit the curb. We make sure that it's being washed. We make sure that we service it. We take care of it. So why is it that we don't do this to the one thing that is going to take us for the rest of our lives, which is our bodies? What is wrong with that? If we didn't want to look at nice things, why is it that people are driving nicer cars, paying more for nicer cars? Because there is a status associated with it, the same way that there is a status associated with looking like a bad bitch. But hey, people are not ready to talk about it. Saying, I want to improve my body. I want to improve my quality of life. I want to get a better car. It doesn't mean that you hate the car, that you hate the house, that you hate your body. It just means that you want better. We need to stop with this dichotomous thinking, or it's either this or that. It's very black and white. We need to make room for both. We can have love for what our body has done. I love that my body gave me kids. My kids, I'm incredibly grateful. Sometimes I even look at my husband, I'm like, holy crap, we made people. I look at my kids and it just absolutely blows my mind. I'm like, we created two human beings. How badass is that? You can be grateful for that. But at the same time, that is not the end all be all. You can be grateful for that and be like, you know what? But I also want to have a six pack. I also want to have muscles. I also want to feel comfortable wearing a two-piece swimming suit. I want to feel comfortable wearing shorts and going to a beach vacation and not feel less than, or not feel like I'm being inadequate, or not joining outings because I don't feel comfortable in the things that I'm wearing. And all the things that I'm telling you right here are stories and are things that I have heard from women that I had to ask in many different ways for them to tell me the truth, because there is a layer of shame associated with it. It's very hard to find a solution to a problem that we refuse to acknowledge. We can only solve a problem that we know exists. And the more we pretend that that problem doesn't exist and that everything's fine, the longer it's going to take for you to truly live your best life. So you're not wrong for wanting more. You're not wrong. But you need to give yourself the permission to be honest. Let go of the what you should feel. I should feel like this. Well, listen, I should be a millionaire in a yacht in the coast of Monaco drinking champagne right now, but I ain't. We have a whole bunch of shoulds. What do you really feel? Like I said a million times, you can only find the solution to a problem once you acknowledge the problem. So how do you really feel right now? Do you truly feel as confident as you are screaming from the rooftops? Or are you selling yourself some bullshit? Are you truly living your best life? Or are you catching yourself avoiding social interactions or going places because you dread how uncomfortable you're going to feel in the clothes that you have? Are you annoyed because yet again, another year has passed, another summer is here, and you promised yourself that you're going to do something and you didn't, and then now we're here just pretending that everything is fine and I'm fine, but you're not. We need to put it all on the table. And I want to ask you, what would change if you truly were honest with yourself? What would change if you dropped the guilt, if guilt aside, if this idea of judgment for wanting more, for wanting to be better? What if the judgment that I feel like a lot of women feel, and there is the layer as well of like, I get this on social media sometimes. People are like, oh, you look like this, your kids might not be cared for. And I'm like, they are cared because I take care of myself. Taking care of myself is the most selfless thing that I can do for my children. Because otherwise, I'm going to be old and dependent on them, and they're going to be having to wipe my butt because I did not take care of my body. And then I aged in a way that doesn't allow me to take care of myself. And then I put my kids in that position. Isn't that selfish? So we need that honesty with ourselves. And that's when change begins to happen. What would life look like for you if you stopped hiding? If you stopped trying to fit the mold of this like societal expectation, like I was saying, with social media, people are always saying, oh, she must not take care of her kids. No, I'm telling you, people who say this, they're projecting. And you have the choice of listening to it or listening to yourself in what makes you happy. Because here's the thing, you're the one living your life. We honestly don't know how much time we have on this earth. So why not make the best of it and leave an impact for our kids? Leave an impact for the people around us. Because you might be the first person, maybe you have all these people telling, you should be grateful. And it's, like I said, it's just a projection. But what if they see how amazing you feel for living in your truth of what you truly want to feel like, to look like, and they see in you how much you have changed for the better. And that is the inspiration that they needed to make the changes for themselves. You can be the first one in your friends group. You always takes that first person. And why not you? And if this episode left you feeling a bit annoyed with me, or maybe angry, or maybe it was a come to Jesus moment that you had and you're like, oh my goodness, awesome. My intention with this episode was not in the beginning, and it still isn't to shame anyone for looking X, Y, and Z, because quite honestly, I don't give a shit what anybody else looks like. But it's about giving you the permission that you need to step in on what you want to do, not what Jane from next door says that you should, or what Joe from your brother says that you should, or what I don't know who else says that you should, but about what you want. I want to give you that power because you have that power. In the moment that you decide to put yourself on the driver's seat of your life and your decisions, that's when magic starts to happen. And that's what I want for you, because I think every single one of us deserve it. Like I said, our time here is not very long, so why not make the best of it? All right, ladies, I hope this episode today was helpful, that it spoke to you, that it hit home, and that it really resonated. I know that I pushed a bit hard today, and that I spoke some truths that might ruffle some feathers, but that's the goal, because I think that a lot of times there is a lot being left unsaid, which is creating more confusion and, quite honestly, sometimes even complacency. And I'm not here for it. And that's not why you listen to my podcast, right? By the way, don't forget to leave your review. I would love to have like 50 reviews by the end of August. So make sure that you drop your reviews. your ratings and all of that. That's your way of paying me back for, the content that I'm putting here. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Speak soon. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. But let me ask you, what was your aha moment in today's episode? I would love to know. You can leave me a comment at the link in the show description. You can also follow me on social media, Instagram. Links are down below as well. And let me know what topics you want to hear more about or who I should have on the show. This is it for today, guys. I'll see you back next week for another episode of the Unfiltered Fit Life podcast.